Hello everyone, today we are going to make lotus temple. So first of all I have downloaded some of the images. So I will tell you how to import them in Rhino. So just select the image and drag it in the viewport and then click, and there you will have your image. And in the same way, this is the plan. So I have my elevation with me. So this is the elevation, so I will drag it again, and this is elevation. So right now, as like we don't have any kind of dimensions or the exact site plan of this lotus temple, so we are considering it like we are taking it the proportions. That's why we have these two images. So I have considered like I am just making one line here, which is this one, and I will scale it. So Control C, Control V, and there I will have another line which is up to this point. So basically I will take reference from this curve up to this curve. So this dimension I am considering 100 units. Whatever the units are, I am considering it 100 units. So in that way, what I need to do is I have to set this image also. So I will move it from this point to this point, and then I will scale it. I will scale it in such a way that I will pick this point and up to this point, and I will make it smaller. Though I know that this method is not proper accurate, but yes, we will get something which is proportionate to this image. So I will scale it my lines also. Now I have to select the two images and two lines, and I will scale it for 100 units. So this distance should be 100. So if I take the dimension, so this should be 100. Now I will select these two lines and again Control C, Control V, and this time I will drag them so that I get the inner circle, which is this one. And then again Control C, Control V, another inner circle. So as you can see, for making this part, we are just first making these outer leaves. So basically I need this circle, this bottom one, then I need the circle which is basically at this point, and then I need another circle which is going to be here at the pinpoints of these leaves. So basically I need 3 circles right now, 1, 2 and 3. So I will calculate the dimensions from these lines, and in the similar way I will make the reference for my heights also. So this will be my ground line. I am just considering it, and after that I will make another lines. So basically if this is the ground line, so Control C, Control V, so there will be a line which I need somewhere here for those leaves, and Control C, Control V again, and this will be the height for it. So basically to start these leaves I have marked almost all the lines. So now I will just select the whole system. So I will just drag it a bit on the right side so that I can see my project in Grasshopper in here at the origin. So for the better understanding, I will select these two images and I will lock it so that they should not select every time, so that I just select the curves and I can see whatever I want. So now I will open Grasshopper. So now in Grasshopper we need a vector which will become the center of our that will become the center for us for our so for in Grasshopper we need a vector which will start our point for the center of the circle. So basically that we will get from vector and then construct vector. So this will be our point. So basically we need something like, I will just type 5 and Again I will control C, control V, control C, control V once again. This will be X, Y and Z. As like we need something on the region, so basically these two values will be 0 for me. This height will vary because every time the height of the circles will be vary according to our arcs. So basically what I am doing is I am just making these 3 points. I will tell you why we need 3 points. So basically in this situation we have right now 3 circles which are going to be, the one will be on the top and one will be in the middle and one will be at the bottom. So for doing so I have made 3 vectors. So after that I will make the circles. So I need a circle in which I have to give the base point and the radius. So I'm just giving my vector as a base point. So control C, control V again. So here I will have 3 circles which will have different center points. So now I will change my height according to my elevation. So in the first one the value will be 0 and in another one the value would be this height, which is, I'm just considering it roughly 7. So in the next one my value would be 7 and for the top one my value would be roughly 34. So basically this element should have somewhere 34. So I will type 34, hit OK. So but the limit is only just to 10, so I will just increase my maximum limit to 100 and here I will type 34. So now I will type 34, so it will get the value. So now if I see it in perspective, so you will see I have 3 triangles, 3 circles having 3 different heights. Now I have to change the radius also. So for changing radius I need the different radiuses, like basically the circle which is on the ground which will have this dimension up to this point. So I'm just calculating it. So this is 83 or 84 somewhere. So the radius would be around 42. So I'm getting a numeric slider. So I'm just putting it in the radius. And similarly the next circle will be somewhere here. So this is 62 or 63, so I am just considering it like 32. So this one will be for 32 and the topmost is, I will take these dimensions. So this is around 54, so it will be around 27. So this is there and then here I will have my 3 circles. So now we have 3 circles. Now we need to divide it in equal parts. So basically we have 9 leaves here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I will divide the circle into 9 parts. So basically I will use the plugin divide curve. So here I have to put my curve. So these will be 3 of it. So I will use this one here and this one here. So I need 9 divisions. So basically this is my numeric slider. So I am putting it here also and in the top and in the bottom. But if I see the middle one, so we need double points because the arcs are joining there. Like we have the top and at the bottom, but here you will have the 2 points every time. So basically what we need to do is we need to multiply this number. So I'm just making a multiplication factor here. So for better understanding, I'm just making a little bit space here. So we need 2 number slider, another will be this one again, and this value will be 2. So this will go there and this will here and this will go somewhere here. So now we have, like, if I show you in the perspective, so on the top of it we have 9 divisions, at the bottom we have 9, and in the middle one we have 18 divisions. Now what we need to do is we need to make an arc. So first of all we will make the outer arc. So for making arc, what we need to do is we will go to the arc option. So here we have option in which we need to tell start, end and direction. So in this one, the start point will be the bottom, which is this one, and the end point will be the top one. So this is there. But for the direction we are considering Z factor right now. So the moment you connect it, so you will see you will get the arcs. So these are the major arcs which are there, which are these ones basically. So now what we need to do is we need to make the another arcs also. So for making this arc, what we have to do is that we have, this is our start point and this is our end point, but we have 18 points here. So we need to separate them. So we are going to use the dispatch plugin, which is this one. So in this one we will put our list in the list one, and here the pattern is, if you see, the boolean true false. So basically it will take every value alternatively. The first value will be true and another will be false and so on. So basically we have two lists here. So I will just check it which one we required. So this is the points which are totally aligned to this points, but we don't need these points, so I'm just considering the another one, which are these ones. So basically for making an arc we need again this arc option, but this time the start point will be the top, which is this one. So but the bottom point will be, or the start point will be this one. So here we get this arc also. So basically I will just reduce the radius, probably 25, so it gives you a bit little better idea. So basically we have these kind of arcs. Now what we need to do is we need to make this arc. So for making this arc, so we will use, but this time we will not use the X factor or the Z factor the way we have done these ones. So here we will use a different kind of a technique. So first we will make a line of these points, because this will not be directly joined here, because if we use this option where you will have the start point, which is this one, and the end point, which is this one. So if I connect it, so you can see it is making something like this, which is not what that we want. So basically we are not using this one. So here I'm going to make the line first. So go to the line which will join the 2 points. So we will join this point and this point. So basically we will join these 2 points, so it will make the arc line like this. Now I need a perpendicular frame on it. So perpendicular frame. So here I will give my value to this and I will do it reparameterize. So what reparameterize does is, right now the curves have some values, like it will have from 0 to 1 or probably 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, something like that. But reparameterize, what it will do is it will make the values equally, like every curve will have value from 0 to 1, 0 to 1 and 0 to 1. And why it is required? Because when we do reparameterize, so we can like type the 0.5, the location, almost the center of the curve, so it will trace that center and it will give us the perpendicular frames. Now we will move our so we will basically deconstruct our plane now. So there is the option there, and we will deconstruct this one. So here what we need to do is we need to move this point in upward direction. Upward direction means towards the world Z. So basically how will we do it? We will go to the move point. This is move geometry. So this is our geometry, but we need to move it along Z direction. So we are going to make it the unit Z, and here we will connect it, and here you can see the point has moved upwards, but we need to give some like the specific kind of a value. So I'm just considering one slider which has like these kind of values, and I will change the properties to floating point, so that it will go something like this, and then I will connect it, and I will make the value somewhere, the maximum value will be around 10. So in this way you can move your point, so wherever you need it. So now we will use arc 3-point method to make our arc. So this will be our center point, and this will be our start point, and this will be center, and this point will be our end point. So I'm going to make the arc the 3-point. So here this is my center, and I will go to my start point, which is this one, and I will go to my end point, which is this one. So here I will have my arc. So right now we have 3 arcs. So basically these 3 arcs which have come up. So basically by joining these 3 arcs we will make our surface. So how will we do it? So there is a command edge surface. So here you can add your arcs. But before adding your arcs, so I will suggest you to rebuild them. So just rebuild curve. So you need to apply 3 times this plugin. So put your curves here, and the degree will be converted into 3. So it will be more smooth then. So you can see they will make the petals of your lotus temple. Now this is the first step. Now we need to mirror it. So how will we are going to mirror it? So we will use the mirror command. So here this is our geometry, and we need a plane. So that plane will come from these arcs, which are the base arcs. So we will add plane here. So this is our main base plane. So you will just add somewhere here. So it will make the basic form. This is how it is. You can see it here. So it is going to be like this. But this is the simple, like if you see these lines, they are totally straight. Now what happens with that straightness is that if you see the top plan of it, it is not exactly straight. It has a little bit of curve in it. So if you want that kind of a curve, so what we need to do is we need to basically add another parameter for it. So how gonna we make it? So basically we need to change these arcs. So this arc is totally fine, so we are not going to touch this arc. We need to remake this arc, which is this one, and we need to make this arc which is at the bottom. So if I just show you with the off of it, so basically we need to make this arc and this arc. So I will just make the preview off for these ones, and now what we will do is we'll make, so we need these 2 arcs, so I'm just making them separate, or probably what you can do is you will just place them there and just add one curve option and put it here, and Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, and you will have another arc. So these are the 2 arcs that we have. So now what I need, again we need a perpendicular frame. So this is a perpendicular frame. So I'm going to use this one. Again I will use reparameterize, which is this option, and I will use my midpoint for that. So this will give me the midpoint for these ones. For your better understanding, I am just trying to off these planes so that it should be clear to you, and another arcs also, so that it should not create confusions. So basically we have right now these arcs, and in these arcs we have this kind of plane, perpendicular plane at the in the center. So what we are now going to do is we will deconstruct this plane. So this we need to deconstruct, and again we need to move it. So we are going to use the move geometry. This time this is our region that we want to move, but this plane point is right now here, and we need to move it. And how we are going to move it? So basically it should run along these axes or probably along these axes. So we don't want to move it along x, basically we just need to move it along y axis. So what we need to do is we need to add a parameter which will flow along that. So I'm just adding point like 0.5. So this is the number slider that I need. So I will make it in this manner. So this will go into this one, and I just need to move the y factor. So I'm just putting the value in y. So you can see now if I change it, it is going like this. But what I need is I have to change the values in minus also. So I'm just taking -10 as the minimum value. So now if you see, if I go like this, so it can go outwards also and inwards also. So let's suppose I need somewhere here. So now this is my center point, and this is the first point, and this is the third point for making an arc. So what we need to do is we will use the option arc 3 point, which is this one. I'm just doing like making this thing little away. So here what we need to do is we need to make, this is our center point, so it is here, and now we need to find out this point. So with that we will get from these circles. So basically we have these points. So this is my starting point, so I'm going to connect this one with this one, and now we need the third point, which is this one. So this will come from these points. So again I will connect this point to this point. So now you can see that we have arc, which is, if I see it in the plan, I will just off the another one. I will just off the frames first. So before that we have the curve which is straight, but now we have the curve which is going like this, and you can change like the value, so you can make it like this also, and you can make it like this also. So that will make the difference. So basically right now I'm just making a bit of the value, whether the difference is very less, but still it makes a difference there. So now I've made this arc, and so now I will just connect this arc wherever I have this arc. So this is right now the straight arc which is coming from this plugin. I'm just connecting this one instead of that. So you will see the difference when I on these points. So basically they are coming like this. So I will just reduce the value somewhere here, but probably if you want to make something like this, so it will do it like this. So they are not straight, but they are a little bit of in the curvature as they are in the plan. So now what we need to do is we need to make the same kind of a thing for this line also, because it is again a straight line. So for doing so, we have our curve here, which is this one. So basically we need to follow the same procedure. So I'm just copying it. So I will just replace this curve with this one. So I'm just putting it and deleting it, and now you will see the point is somewhere here. So again we will make a new arc with this point, or probably arc 3 point here. So this will be again your center point, but we need to find out this point. So it will be this one, which is this one. So this is the starting point. We have already our middle point, and we need the bottom one. So bottom one will be this one. So I'm just dragging it and I'm putting it here. So now if you see, so this arc is not straight, it is in the curvature. So we will just change, which we have this one. If I just show you, so this is the arc which is totally straight. So if I change it with this value, which I have got from here, and I will change it here, so you will see I'm just trying to off everything so that it will be visible to you that what I am talking about. So if I change the distance now, which is this one, and see, I can make it a little bit like this. So they are there, like they have this curvature here and this curvature is there. So I have designed them in the same manner, so you have this kind of pattern here. Now the next step is we need to make the outer part, which is these flower petals, the outer ones, these ones. So for making these, what we need to do is we will again go to our plan. So this is our plan. So basically this is our script. So this time what we need is so up to this point, this whole script is for these petals. So I'm just trying to make it separate so that we can make the new one. So right now we have these points. I'm just trying to open these points. So these are the points. Now first of all I need the bottom circle, so I'm just I will on the preview for these ones also. So these are the circles. So now I need to connect these points which we have at the bottom, which are these points. So I will make a polyline. So I'm using this plugin. So here I will put all of my vectors. So it will make it a polyline, but it will not close it. So I will just put the value set boolean to true. So it will make it close polyline. After that I will explode it. So it will explode the segments which you will get here. And now we have separate units. Now what I am going to do is I am make the same perpendicular frame again, which is this one. So I'm going to use this one and then reparameterize, and then I'm going to put my value 0.5. So it will give me a plane here in the middle of it. And now what I need to do is I need a point here, which is if I deconstruct it, I will use the deconstruct plane, which is this one. So it will give me the origin of that plane. So now I need to move it upwards and towards X and Y direction. So basically what I will do is I will use the move geometry command, which is this one. So this is my geometry. Now I have to use a multiplication factor, which is this one, 2 times. Basically 1 time for X and 1 time for Y, and there will be a value for it. I will just make the -10 value. So in this way it will give you a slider and Ctrl+C Ctrl+V. So you have 2 sliders there. So we have added the values. So now we have to add them. So I'm adding them and then putting it here. So now you can see the point is somewhere if I change the location of the point, so it is going away, and I have to change the height also. So like this. So we have changed the height. So now how can we get the values? So basically for getting those values, what we need to do is we need this difference which is there. So basically there is this difference from this point to this point. I know it's little on the angle, but we will consider it as a horizontal distance. So this point is 8.27. So I'm taking it roughly 8. So my X value will be for these points. If you see that X value is this one, so it will go outwards around. So if I have to add this value also, so I'm just taking roughly like with the linear dimensions. So this value is somewhere 2.53. So the total value will be around more than 10. So first I will change my maximum value to 50. and then I will make my value around 10.5. So this will be my value, so my points should be somewhere here. So this is the first thing that we have. So if I recalculate it, so it is from the point to this one. We can consider it 8 also. It's not mandatory, or probably 8.5. So this point is there. Now what we need to do is we need to have the height also. So for calculating height, I will again go to my elevation, Control C, Control V. So I will drag this image up to this point so that I will get this height. So I will click on the dimension, so it will give me this height. So this is around 13. So this value should be somewhere 13. So I'm putting a new slider which will have the 13 value. So this will be the value for my points. So these points are already set with that. Now what we need to do is we need to make a arc here which will join like this. For making that arc, so this is the geometry and those are the points that you have with these points. So basically I will just drag it forward and make it little down so that it is clear that these are the 2 points. So I will again use arc which needs start and end direction. For making an arc, so we have these 2 points, which is this one and this one. So here we are going to use again that arc system which is start, end, and direction. So I'm just going to put this point in the end. Make sure that you put the points in the same way that I am putting it. So you need to move the y-axis also, but you can see that this value is going in the negative direction. So basically what we need to do is we will add expression here, minus x. So with this value you can see that it is making the same kind of arc that we need. So you can change the height now, like as per our requirement. So this was around 15. This is too high for 15, so I'm just making it 12 somewhere here. This is how we have this arc now. Now we have this curve and this curve. Now we need this curve. So for making this curve again, so right now we have this arc and the previous arc which was there. So this one. So I'm just taking it as a curve so that it should be clear for us that this is the first arc and this is the second arc that we have. Now we need the third arc. So for making the third arc, again we need to connect these points first. So I'm going to make the line here, or probably you can directly just make it by the method that we have, this arc direction. So the start point will be this point, so I'm just putting it here, and the direction will be z. This will be the direction, and the end point will be this point, so which is the ground point, which is this one. I'm just dragging it and putting it here, so you can see again the arc is too big. So I think we need to shuffle the values. So I will put this one here, and I will put this one on the top of it. So now it is giving the exact type of arc that we need. But you can see this arc is very sharp. So like if I make, I'm just making, if we have these 3 arcs, basically these 3 arcs. So I will just make the edge surface from it. So basically the first point and second point and third point. So basically you have something like this. But in case of the view that we have for our this lotus temple, so you can see it is very straight. It is not that circular. It is very plain. So for making that, again what we need to do is, this is our arc, so we will again use the perpendicular frame for us. This we will use this command and we will put it here. Again I would suggest you to use a rebuild curve here, so it will make it a bit smoother. So put it here and use the other one for this one, and so just use the third one for this one. So I'm just going to put these values here, and now we have this frame. So again I will use reparameterize, so use 0.5 so that we can get the middle of it, and these are the frames. I'm just make the preview of for these ones so that it will be clear to you that what we are going to make. Probably I will just on this one, so here I will again off these preview for these planes also. So now we have plane here which is along this curve, which is the arc. So now we are having this thing. So now what we need to do is we need to move our point again. So we will go to the deconstruct method, which is the deconstruct plane. So this is a plane, so I'm going to put it here, and then I will move it. So I will move the geometry like this. So after that I have x, y and z values, so I need to change those values. So basically we don't need to change the z value, we need to change the x and y. So for doing so, what we will do is we will again use the multiplication method, and we will have two multiplication bars, 1 and 2, and similarly we will use these kind of number sliders to manipulate our point. So I've added these 2 points values. So after that we will add it, put resultant here. So you can see now the value is going like that. So now we need to see where this point is actually going. Right now you can see this point is going inwards, but we want this point outward. So basically first I will make one of the values 0 so that you can understand that where our point is. So this is our point, which is here. So I will just change the value. So you can see if I go in the negative value, so it is going outward. So now probably I just need this much of the difference, and now I need to set my height also. So I will go to my probably, so this is my point which is here, and I need to have a little bit further down. So I will do it by this method, so it is going down now. So the better visualization will be when you use this point for making that arc. So this is the midpoint of that arc. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to use the 3-point arc system, so which is this one. So the middle point is this one, and the start point will be this point. So this is my start point, and the bottom one, which is this one, this will be my end point. I'm going to put this point here. So now you can see the arc, which is this one, and I'm just trying to replace this arc with where I used this one, so I'm just replacing it. So now you can see my surface is very so I can change my values and I can make it as per my need. So it is something like this that I need. I will also see, I will refer my plan also. So in the plan it is very something like this. If I see the plan, so you can see this is going a little outward. So I made it little outward from my straight line, and in the elevation it has to be something like very, we can not check it in the elevation, but I'm just trying to say it in that. So I will make mirror of it now so that I can have a better visualization. So mirroring it again, we need that kind of that plane. So these are our arc which are there, but basically we need the plane that we have from these arcs. So I'm just trying to put this plane here, which is this one. So I will put it here so you can see this mirror is there. So now I will go back to this point. So now if you see here that this will give you the same kind of a shape that we have for it. So again you can change the point height, which is this point. You can change it about around 13 or something like that, getting the better results. So now basically we have made the outer part and the inner part also. This is the inner part that we have. I'm just making it separate, and this script is basically for the outer part, this much. I'm just making it down so that it should be clear that what we are going to do for the next inner points.